Our theme for the next couple of weeks will be the weather. Now, I'm sure you've often wondered about the weather. Questions like, what causes thunder? Why do leaves change color? Why is it cold in the winter? How do birds know when it's time to migrate? And how is a hurricane created? We are fortunate that we have scientists and information that gives us the answers to these questions. But in earlier days, there were no knowledge available about these weather conditions, and people were making up stories to explain the things that they don't understand. Those stories are called myths. Today we're going to listen to a myth. You're welcome to take some notes while you are listening, and afterwards you're going to read the questions on the listening comprehension worksheet and answer them in your green language book. Here's a challenge, boys and girls. See how many of these questions you can answer by only listening to the story once. The story we'll be reading is called How the Trees Lost Their Leaves. How the trees lost their leaves. Since the beginning of time, just before the cold season arrived, the birds would say goodbye to their friends, the trees and the animals, and fly south to warmer parts. One year, as the cold season approached, Sparrow broke his wing and was unable to take on the long journey. So he greeted his family and started to look for shelter in the forest, as this would be the only way to survive the brutal winter. First, he asked the oak tree if he could spend the winter in its branches. But Oak Tree was looking forward to some peace and quiet, and sent him away to find shelter elsewhere. Sparrow then asked Maple Tree for help, but Maple Tree was not keen on company either, and chased him away with an impatient shake of her branches. No tree in the forest was willing to help poor Sparrow. There was only one tree left, the pine tree. Sparrow pleaded desperately. Please, can I stay in your branches this season? Pine Tree felt sorry for Sparrow and answered, My leaves are thin and hard like needles, and I don't have many branches. But what I have, I will share with you. So Sparrow spent the winter in Pine Tree's branches. By the beginning of spring, his wing had healed, and he was happy to reunite with his returning family. The gentle spring breeze told Mother Earth of Sparrow's recovery, and the way the trees had treated him. Mother Earth was sad and disappointed. She called a meeting with the trees and said, You had so much to give, and yet you refused to help a friend in need. From now on, you will lose all your leaves every winter season. She then turned to Pine and smiled. You had so little to give, and yet you gave willingly to a friend. You will keep your leaves throughout the year.